Welcome again to the School of English in NSSP. We will study the Naga polity again once more. Alright. Naga polity. I think 16 point is over, right? 16 point. 16 point agreement. 1960. 16 point agreement. Here, yes. Why is so controversy? One point. 16 point agreement. Yes, we accept the state. What was controversy? Just keep going. Why 16 point agreement is considered very controversy? Yes, state was created. We are living under the 16 point agreement. Today, we are living under 16 point agreement, right? But why it is controversy? Because we have already taken the plebiscite, right? We have already taken the plebiscite. So, is the plebiscite against the 16 point agreement? Yes, totally against the 16 point agreement. So, the government of India also knows that 16 point agreement is not the end of the Naga problem. Right. For that reason, now the NNC, now we have to do something with these people. So for that reason, the NNC was called up in the city of Shillong, 11 November 1975. Okay, which is known as the Shillong Accord. Shillong Accord was signed. Shillong Accord was signed on 11 November 1975 between the NNC and the government of India. On 11 November 1975, the Shillong Accord was signed between the NNC and the government of India. The most controversial accord so far signed by the Nagas is the Shillong Accord of 1975. The worst controversial agreement is the Shillong Accord. Now comes the division. See, Mr. A.Z. Bizo is opposite of Dr. Koniba. For that reason, all the signatories of the 16 point agreement were killed, right? Because it was not a consent of the people. Our main consent was the plebiscite, which was sent in local drum. So what happened is that now the government of India also knows that 16 point agreement is never going to solve the Naga problem. They already know that. For that reason, now we will settle the Naga issue once more for the last time. So the Naga leaders, the NAC leaders were called out at Shillong. And here, the government of India was represented by L.P. Singh. And L.P. Singh was the governor of Nagaland during this time. L.P. Singh represented the government of India in the Shillong Accord. It was L.P. Singh who represented the government of India in the Shillong Accord. And L.P. Singh was the governor of Nagaland in that time, the then governor of Nagaland, L.P. Singh. And the underground NNC was represented by K.B. Yale, the younger brother of A.Z. Bizo, K.B. Yale. The NAC was led by Mr. Kibiali, the younger brother of Ezel, Bizo. And the others are its member, Mr. Aitem Chen, Mr. Zot Ramio, Mr. Estaro, Mr. Azam. These are National Council, Naka National Council, who represented the ANC. And this is Shillong Accord. And why Shillong Accord is the most controversy? Because here only one agreement. Surrender. Okay. To surrender and accept Indian Constitution. That's all. To surrender and accept Indian Constitution. The worst day for the Nagas, freedom fighters. Okay, this is the worst day. Because of this, now the bloodshed will develop. Till now, we are fighting for independence, right? But unfortunately, what is it? We never know, right? We never know. To accept Indian Constitution, surrender. And if you surrender, you'll get a job. If you surrender, you'll get a job. As an army, you'll join the police, the Assam Rifle, the army, and as a civilian, you can get a peon, Jupiter, LTA, every post you are going to be given. Alright, so this was considered the worst agreement which was signed by the Nagas in general, the Shillong Accord. So far you are fighting for independence. But I don't know what has happened. Mr. Yazid Bizo? Mr. Yazid Bizo? Mr. Yazid Bizo, who was in London when this agreement was signed, he never signed this agreement. Bizo will give you. Bizo signed the Shillong Accord. No, he never signed. But the worst thing is that he never condemned nor accept the Shillong Accord. Alright. The worst thing Mr. Bizo did was that he never criticized nor accept the Shillong Accord. He was very much silent. He was very much silent on it. Okay, that is why there comes another person. He's probably signing, right? He is probably KBLA. KBLA is signing. So see, what happened is that now totally you're going to accept Indian Constitution without anything, without any conditions, right? So now it was a betrayal, it was a sellout. It was a sellout to the Nagas now. So for this reason, see, now there are two types of people. They are also the leaders. KBLA, they are all high-ranking officers in the ANC. So what happened is that those people who oppose the Shillong Accord has come up with an organization known as the NSCN, National Socialist Council of Nagaland, Nagaland Socialist Council of Nagaland, NSCN. On 31st January 1980, the so-called the NSCN was formed. Okay, and here comes the DH Moiba. DH Moiba. SS Kaplan and Isaac Chisisu. Mr. SS Kaplan, Isaac Chisisu, DH Moiba. Those people who oppose the Shillong Accord has come up with an organization known as the National Socialist Council of Nagaland on 31st January 1980, who opposed the Shillong Accord. These people said, we will fight for total independence. Okay, we have never surrendered before the Indians. We have never surrendered before the Indians. We are for total independence. We are for total independence. So, those people who accept the Shillong Accord, they have surrendered and they have got a job, right? And now the bloodshed has been developed now. From now, they are fighting against each other. Those people who signed the agreement, some were killed by these people because these are still for the country. DH Moiba, SS Kapna, right? Exactly. So these three is the leader who has formed the NACN. They have called up Mr. Pizzo, who was in London. I think you have seen this in the videos also, right? But Mr. Pizzo never condemned, nor he was very much silent on it. So they are told that he was also part of the Shillong Accord. But actually, Mr. Pizzo never signed that. Okay, he has never any knowledge about the Shillong Accord. But the situation is like that. Okay, we never know what has happened those days. 1975, right? Those days, no phones, right? No connections. But that has happened. So that is why the Shillong Accord has been done. Even today, Shillong Accord was the creation of division among the Nagas. Who never knows? Some might be paid, right, to accept Indian constitution, to surrender. They have surrendered. They got a job, government job. But NACN has come up with this. These are also, they are all the leaders of the NNC. These are all the leaders of the NNC who opposed the Shillong Accord. And they're the ones who have come up with the NACN. Deal the formation of the NACN, it's for a good reason. For a country, independent country. Alright. So see, what happened is that, again, NACN split into NACN, K and IM. 1988, NACN, IM, and K. Alright, so you have two parties. So deal this, please memorize it. In the year 1988, the NACN split into two, K and IM, based on, because of the internal conflicts, right? Internal conflicts. Now they are split now. So here we will see one led by Kabla, in the other led by ceremony. NACN. So deal this is important. Alright, deal the split. So you might get 2 marks here. Alright, 1988, the split of the NACN. National Socialist Council of Nagaland has formed their own government known as the GPRN, Government People's Republic of Nagaland, on 21st March. Like the NSC. NSC formed the federal government of Nagaland, right? It was the NSC who formed the FGN, the federal government of Nagaland. So for NSC also, the government is known as the GPRN, Government People's Republic of Nagaland. Government's People Republic of Nagaland, GPRN, on March 21, 1980. On March 21, 1980, the GPRN was formed. The GPRN was formed. So this is their government. What is the government of the NACN? GPRN. The government of the NAC is federal government of Nagaland. So see, very tricky one. Very tricky one. So this is all about this government. And after a long after a long fight, now the Naga underground, the NACN also knows that we should come to a ceasefire. Alright, so what happened is that on July 25, 1997, the ceasefire was signed between the government of India and the NACN for the first time. And this came into effect on 1st August 1997. Alright, too important. The ceasefire came in force. The ceasefire came into force between the government of India and the NACN. The first ceasefire between the government of India and the NACN took place on July 25, 1997. But it came into effect on 1st August 1997. And with the NACN, April 28, 2001. With the NACN, with the NACN, April 28, 2001. Please remember the date. The NACN has also decided that we will come to a ceasefire with the government of India. And finally, finally, NSCNK has approved the ceasefire. March 2015. Okay, March 2015. The only Naga revolutionary which is not a ceasefire by the government of India is NSCNK. Okay, there is one party who is not a ceasefire by the government of India as of now, in the moment, is NSCNK. March 2015. They have broke away the ceasefire. NSCNK has walked away with the ceasefire. NSCNK has walked away with the ceasefire. So, in the month of March 2015, NSCNK decided that we will not maintain a ceasefire with the government of India. Alright, so many factions now. They are split now. Okay, that will never be asked. MBC will never ask that kind of question. But the first one, okay, the most important one, the starting one, they will ask. So remember the day? On July 25, 1987, the ceasefire was signed, but on which day it came to enforce? August 1. But for NSCNK directly, on 28 April 2001, the ceasefire was signed. And finally, in the month of March 2015, the ceasefire came to an end. See, after so many discussion and debate, after so many discussion and debate, the NSCN-IM decided that we will sign an agreement with the government of India, known as the Framework Agreement. On 3rd August 2015, the so-called famous Framework Agreement was signed between the government of India and NSCN-IM. Okay, that's so many controversy. You just mentioned all about this. Framework agreement is not coming to enforce, right? Because of so many issues. What is the meaning of framework? Framework is not the final conclusion. It is just coming to a point. Okay, framework is just the foundation. Actually, it is not the end. Actually, it is not the final agreement. It is just the framework, the foundation, the base. Alright. It was signed on 3rd August 2015 between the government of India and NSCN-IM. This will be us. These are two marks going to be us. Okay. Framework is an agreement between only NSCN-IM, not the other group. So see, it is very controversial. It is not coming to the picture, right? Why not implemented? There are so many reasons. Now so many things has been said. People said the NSCN-IM, they will say because we need a flag constitution, right? We want a separate flag constitutions, and we need a freedom, 50% freedom, shared sovereignty. Independence should be shared between the government of India and NSCN, which means the Naga people in general. But the government of India says, no, we never give you a flag in constitution. It is just a kind of an agreement. Okay, more autonomy, but no. NSCN says, I'm here for a separate flag in a constitution. So I don't think easily it's going to come in the implementations, right? But this is the thing you have to remember, right? From the MBC point of view, just remember what is a framework agreement. It is an agreement between the government of India and the NSCN. A kind of a solution which Naga will receive for permanent solution. But why it's never been implemented? Because of the flag in the constitution. Which is never going, as of now, practically the government of India is never going to give us. Next is on 17 November 2017. A trade position was signed between NNBG and government of India. This will be us. 17 November 2017. The a trade position was signed between the NNBG and the government of India. NNBG means Naga National Political Groups. Okay, they are also underground. Naga National Political Groups. NNBG. Naga National Political Group. NNBG. Naga National Political Group. on 17 November 2017. On 17 November 2017, agreed position was signed. See, this NNBG means breakaway group. Okay, not NCNIM, not NCNK, but small cylindrical break. You came across from the NCNK, so many small group has run away, broke away, right? From the NCNIM also. So all these sections, they come together. Let's take a name. Because we cannot remain a single, right? We should come together. So for the betterment of the Nagas, they also come together. Except the NCNIM identity. And they have formed a group known as NNBG. Naga National Political Group. So NNBG, the full form is also important. Alright. And they have signed an agreement with the government of India known as the agreed position to live under the Indian constitution. Agreed means it's a solution, but we will be a part of India. Okay. So this is the condition we're going to live now. So this is the agreement they have signed. But again, this is also not implemented. Okay. This is also not implemented. So see, these are the dirty politics by the government of India. So just remember that the agreed position is an agreement between, again, government of India and the Nagas. NNBG. 17 November 2017, agreed positions. So till now, please remember all this. Okay. And one group is not expired. That is NCN. Okay. The Kaplan. Okay, the Kaplan. One group you can remember that. And there was also a question in the NBC Mains. NCNK Dash accepted the framework agreement. They totally rejected the framework agreement because they're rebel, right? So you should say they totally rejected. They are not rejected. So see, that is the two important. So at the end of the day, they are for independent. See here, Naga political issue will come for only few marks because we are the state of Nagaland, right? We are the 16-point agreement. So for these underground matters, it is one question like border injustice, going on problem in Manipur, Assam, inhabited areas. This problem you should remember. Okay, and you can remember some of the history from the NNC till the agreed positions. Basic thing. That is the only thing. But focus more on the 16-point agreement because we are living under the 16-point agreement. And we're going to start in the state of Nagaland. This is too important. Next will be tomorrow I will discuss with the Village Council Act 1978. Too important. Okay, Village Council Act and VDB Act 1978. Village Council VDB I will discuss tomorrow. So another very important topic is coming up tomorrow. So please remember all this. Okay, today you can go now. Alright. And after some few days, next week, whole day I will give you chicken. Nagaland fully chicken. Okay, fully chicken. Nagaland chicken. Too important. Next week is too important. Next week is too important. Please remember all this. Yes.